Hi, I'm Amy Yin. I'm the former CEO and founder of Office Together, and I'm now a director of product at Envoy, a workplace platform that acquired my company Office Together. I'm really passionate about getting more women into STEM, and I'm really excited to see more girls and leaders in technology. So excited to be here. So from a young age, the first thing my dad used to do is we'd go in the basement and he would set up these bowling pins and he would have me like roll a ball and knock them down. And that's how I learned how to do like addition and subtraction. I was probably like 3 or 4 years old. And so my dad really inspired a lifelong learning of mathematics for me in a young age. When I went to Harvard for college, my college boyfriend decided as a sophomore to take CS50, the Intro to Computer Science class. And I was like, oh, this seems like a fun thing to do. Everyone's doing it. Let me take this class with him. Long story short, he and I broke up, but I fell in love with STEM. And I just really took to engineering and coding. And I've been in this long-term, hopefully lifetime relationship with it ever since then. There are many times being in that intro class where I felt deeply outnumbered. And as my coursework got more and more advanced, I would often be in the single digits among women in the classroom full of men. And I definitely felt a lot of imposter syndrome. There were folks who had been coding since they were in middle school and high school. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm 19 and just started coding, which sounds really funny to me now looking back because I was like, oh, I felt so ahead of the curve. But back then I felt deeply like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch up. Am I good enough? Do I belong here? And so I started this community called the Harvard Women in Computer Science, where these other women who wanted to share this identity of being technical and really just build things with our own bare hands. And that community has given me so much strength over the years and really kept me in it. So when I think about who I want to build products for, a lot of times I think of those women. Right? I want to build products for women, by women, and if we don't have enough women in this field, we don't get to have the ideas represented by 50% of the population. It's really the women in technology and the women in STEM, they really make me feel that STEM is home for me and that there's a real need for me to be a part of this field. Some of the best advice I've ever received in my career is to be your own best self-advocate. You have to believe that you are worth it. I had to believe that I am worth it. And that means that I ask for what I need to be successful unapologetically. And that's really, really hard to do. I go back to sometimes feeling like I have imposter syndrome. Do I belong? Do I deserve all these resources? Constantly reassuring myself and telling myself, I am worth it, I am valuable, and I belong. I deserve a seat at the table. I think that when I feel that way, I feel super empowered. And so that's the advice I would pass on to other folks is just remember, you are valuable, you are worth it, you deserve to be in this industry if you want to have a seat at the table. And there's no one that can deny you admission. And at the same time, there's no one who could grant you admission except for yourself. You get into this industry by showing up, learning, and building things. I really believe in products built by women for women. A lot of what we do is we build things to solve our own problems. And so if we only have one group of people building solutions for themselves, that means the rest of the world isn't getting solutions meant for them. If you want to see awesome products meant for women, then we have to have women building them. I think it's something less than single-digit amounts of venture capital funding goes to female founders. And that's a huge travesty that I personally want to help address because the funding is coming from venture capitalists who are 7% or less women. They're making decisions on what they should back based off of their own needs. And so they have a set of biases. So then women get actually fewer dollars than men to start companies. And then they're actually building products that there's fewer products being built by women founders. And so there's this whole cycle that we can disrupt by getting more women into these technical positions, building companies, building products that are meant for women. Some of the hardest parts about working in STEM are also the things that give me the most joy. You have to really be committed to learning because the things move so quickly, whether it's AI or crypto or ML or big data, the trends are always changing. And so what you learned 5 years ago, even maybe a year ago, is going to go stale. Being in this industry means wanting to have a career at the same velocity of this industry, which is fast, light speed. The second is that I still deal with issues of identity, which is why I'm so happy that Built by Girls exists. I have an expression, you have to see it to be it. And so being able to see other women that look, feel, and are technical leaders makes me feel like I can also be a technical leader.